Okay, we are now recording. Good morning, everyone. This is in the matter of Joseph and Lisa Stella, case number 24-095A. It's regarding 3549 Bay Drive. It's in the 15th election district, 5th councilman district. This is a petition for an administrative variance pursuant to BCZR section 1A04.3.B.2.B to permit a building addition with a side yard setback of 2.5 feet in lieu of the required 50 feet, a street setback of 22 feet from the center line in lieu of the required 75 feet, and then to permit 19% building coverage in lieu of the 15% requirement. We had a de novo hearing on October 23rd, and we are now here to deliberate and come up with our decision. So, I mean, obviously, this is a variance case. We have the two issues. We have the variance issue. We also have the collateral estoppel issue, which was brought up. So I don't know if anybody has any. I guess we could start with the collateral estoppel. Would that make sense? Okay. Does anybody have any thoughts about it?
Well, I have listened to the entire recording and read all the memoranda, studied the exhibits. I do not believe collateral estoppel applies because the site plan is significantly different. There are different facts involved here. And I think it is sufficiently different than the original case that collateral estoppel would not attach.
Okay, because so you're saying because there was a change in material change in circumstances, basically. So collateral estoppel doesn't apply. Okay.
I mean,
I agree with that.
My thoughts were similar. I would add, I think that the opinion from the previous case doesn't have any findings of fact that we can hold up and say, these were the facts that were found. It would just sort of granted the variance. And again, this is a different circumstance. The house there was, I guess, destroyed from the hurricane. It really had more to do with the house than the garage, which was, essentially grandfathered at that point. So I do think it's a different circumstance. I looked at the case that was cited, and I just don't think it's applicable here. So, yeah.
And I agree. I mean, I actually went back and read the Batson case, and the requirements for collateral estoppel is, whether the agency was acting in a judicial capacity, whether the issue presented to the court was actually litigated before the agency, and then 3, whether the resolution was necessary to the agency's decision. But number 2 is where I find that it doesn't apply, because we don't have anything in that opinion where the issue of uniqueness or practical difficulty was actually even litigated in that case. So 2 reasons, I guess I agree with both of you. Okay, so then I guess we go on to the case itself. So for the variance, I guess the first step, we have to find uniqueness in this property. Anybody have any ideas about that?
I do not think it is as unique as Mr. Richards would have us believe. What it is in terms of size and shape, just like every other waterfront property along Bay Drive there, they're all long and narrow and have irregular shorelines. I don't find that the characteristics of this property distinguish it in a way that the zoning regulations affect it differently than other properties in the zone nearby.
Okay. And also, I think Mr. Richards testified that the zoning itself makes a property unique, and I don't agree with that. It has to be the uniqueness of the actual physical property itself, a lot, not just the zoning of the whole entire area, because that wouldn't make the property unique. So, Mr. Stelmack?
Yeah, I agree with Ms. Hopkins' opinion there.
Okay. So is it unanimous? We all three agree that the first prong wasn't met, the uniqueness prong?
Correct.
I would agree with that, yes.
Okay. And I guess, do we need to go further? I mean,
I
okay.
would say I think that the Stellas have an absolute right to replace the garage.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And they have a beautiful property from all the exhibits I've seen. And it's apparently a fairly large home. And I understand where they may want to provide an adult child with some privacy in his living quarters, but I just don't think they've reached their legal standard here. I'm not unsympathetic. I just don't think they've met the law.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I guess that's it. I don't think we have any other issues, do we?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So then I guess we'll go off the record and we'll issue an opinion, correct?
Thanks, Mr. Chairman.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everybody. Thanks for stepping in, Mr. Hopkins.
Yeah, thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording now.